Okay, this is Christel here, and I promised you a sneak peek into 2022, and that's what I'm going to give you. In the meanwhile, do remember that the contest is still open, so you can still win a free tarot reading. The announcement of the winner will be done beginning of January, I think around the 10th, but I'm not really sure. But the contest closes on December the 31st. You can enter in the contest, and by doing so you have to do you just have to put, I am so confused now, you just have to put the words Angel 2022 in the comments, and you can do that here on YouTube, you can do that on Twitter, on Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, wherever you want, you can do that, and then I will enter your name into the contest, and then I will announce it around January 10th. And the last day to enter is December the 31st, but you can put it in any video, yeah? So the more you enter, the more chance you have of winning. So keep that in mind, and that's always easy when you subscribe and hit the alarm bell, because you know when videos come out, and you will also know about that announcement when it's going to come out, and whether you are the winner, yes or no. Now, let's dive into the sneak peek. I'm not doing this in a certain order or in the order of the zodiac signs. I'm doing this randomly, and I just pulled I just pulled a sign randomly from a little box, and I'm doing the readings in the order as I have drawn them. So it's a surprise when your sign is going to come up, so just keep an eye out and subscribe, maybe, then you know. Hello Aries, here with your sneak peek for 2022. So I'll be doing this reading by going into some aspects of your life. Now, the idea for 2022 from my channel here is to do readings, but more subject-oriented readings. So no longer a month reading or a moon reading. That could be happening, but I'm not going to do them like consistently or solidly. I want to do more like on certain subjects. So if you have something that you want me to read about or on, just tell me in the comments and I'll consider it. I'll take it into consideration, and usually I will do the reading for you for the signs on that subject. Anyway, I also want to apologize for not being on YouTube for a while. Lots of things have been happening. I've been sick. Don't worry, it wasn't COVID. But I've been sick with something else, and it sort of pulled me completely off track. Had to reschedule many things, and then this got delayed. So now I'm here. I was hoping to get them done before the 1st, and I hope these will be out on the 1st, because I still have to sort of edit them and just freshen them up. Not that I cut out things, but I just like it to be looking nice. I don't want to bore you too much. So I'm going to start. I've been starting every reading. Oh, before I say that, before we start here with your word, this is going to be your word for the year, I want to ask you to subscribe, like, comment, share everywhere. I am also on other social media where I do sometimes a bonus reading, a short pull of the card, but also a daily card on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok recently. And I really like the TikTok one, because that's really there's a lot of interaction there, and I like that. Anyway, what was I going to say more? So like, subscribe, check out my other social media. I think that's it. Also, try to get me to 500 subscribers. I will do a YouTube live when we get to 500 subscribers, where I will do readings live for you, where you can ask questions, where we have a convo, where we are together, and we just let things flow and see what happens. So, enough babbling from me, let's get to the card. So this is your word for the year. I've already shuffled all the cards. I'm taking this word randomly, and this is the one that I want. Let's see. Truth. I live my truth. This is about getting really to authenticity and to be very honest with yourself. So this is the year where you're going to have a deep look in the mirror and not so much in the mirror probably, but deep inside of yourself, and you are going to acknowledge parts of you that maybe you don't like to acknowledge, but also maybe truths about events and situations that you need to see. And the truth is deep inside of you. The deep truth, the deep wisdom always resides in our animal body. So it's very important that you start listening to your body now. And the body wisdom is something that you can connect to through meditation, through walking, through moving your body, through resting. Don't forget to rest. But the truth is there, and it's very important that you really look at all the facets, even the ones you don't like so much. Because now is really time to say, okay, this part of myself I really don't like as much, but it's just part of it, and I have to deal with it because it's part of my personality. It's part of my skeleton. And yeah, I just can't erase my bones. But I don't, if I don't like it, I can start to work with it better. And the more you acknowledge those things that you don't like as much about yourself, and the more you go and dig a little bit deeper on the why of that thing, or why you don't like that part of yourself, the better you can deal with it, and the more whole you're going to become. And I have, the tendency of these words for the other signs have been along those lines, growing into more authenticity, embracing parts or acknowledging parts that are part of you, but that you really don't like as much, but they are part of you and you cannot deny them. So that has been coming back, that theme has been coming back, that pattern has been coming back in all the readings. So now I'm going to pull 3 cards quickly for a general outlook. So this is your general outlook, in very general, because it's only 3 cards for 2022. I'll be putting timestamps in the comments or in the description box, so you can skip parts, you can go forward to parts, you can go back to parts easily. I always do that because, it makes it's handy. It's a handy tool. So, Page of Pentacles, that I love. 9 of Swords. That has been coming out a lot as well. I don't know why. 6 of Wands has been coming out a lot as well. And it's very funny because of that theme of, authenticity. I'm going to start here with this one. I feel it's like you're celebrating a win over yourself and those parts that you really don't like, because you're incorporating them, you're becoming more whole. And that in itself is really an achievement. It is a good way, to grow spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, to gain more wisdom. And it's reason to celebrate. So I read that 6 of Wands, sort of winning over those darker parts of you that you really didn't want to incorporate or didn't want to acknowledge, but now you're acknowledging them, and it makes you a better person, a more whole person. And that in and of itself is like a win, a victory. Now, Page of Pentacles, I feel like, you're going to also see things with new values. You have a new value system. You're also going to experiment. There is this fresh new you emerging this year. This is during the year, of course. This is not just on January 1st that this is going to happen, of course. But there is a new you emerging, and that is going to be very good. Now, I feel this is the reason why you're looking in the mirror for truth, because you have been maybe not very happy with yourself for a while, because there were things that were bugging you. There were, negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative situations, also maybe even negative people in your world. And you needed to have a look deep down inside to see what you really want. And this 9 of Swords for me is you really, facing your demons, and facing them by looking in the mirror, by looking deep within yourself, and then seeing, what am I going to keep? What am I not going to keep? Who is going to be in my world? Who is not going to be in my world? There's a lot of moving parts here, but overall, at the end of the year, it feels like, this new you, these 2 cards together, and really this sense of, I've done it. I have come this far. I have really done the hard work, because getting to the truth inside of you, that is hard work. I mean, it's not going to be like labor, but it's hard work. It's labor of love, really. And for self-love, it's going to bring more self-esteem. It's going to bring more self-confidence as well with these two cards. And it's going to start, it's going to start seeing what is no longer there for you, that is important to you. What is important, what is not important. Those things are going to come to the forefront. So let's move on to your career. The High Priestess, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Sun. Okay. I was a bit worried with these cards, but then the Sun came out. So career-wise, it feels like, again, that truth is coming in with this High Priestess and the Truth card. I mean, you're seeing that some things in the way you're in your professional life, so whether that is you as an entrepreneur, you having a business with people working for you, or you being in a job, some things need to be are not really who you are and don't really work for you anymore, so you need to weed them out. And I feel that is that Five of Swords. Now, of course, when you do that, there will be a little bit of frustration. There will be sort of this feeling of obstacles that you need to do to take care of, people you need to take care of, people you need to deal with, things you need to deal with that you really don't like dealing with it, but you can't be passive. You really have to, take off these, these bandages and take off the blindfold and see. I feel that this is like that. You're going to do that because of the High Priestess, because the High Priestess will take away the veil here, will look behind the curtain, will connect to the inner wisdom, the gut knowing. But that will mean that some things will have to go in your business, in your work, in maybe even you have to change jobs. That is a possibility. That will also make you feel a little bit afraid, because you think, what am I going to do now? Where I'm going to go? But the thing is, you have help. You have help if you're in a job with people making you look for another job. You have help if you are in your own business. There is people that are going to help you make changes in your business, changes that are going to make your business work better, be more efficient, because you have the Sun here. And the Sun means that there is success, that you're going to be successful. Now, the Sun is going to become more prominent, in the second half of the year and towards the end of the year. But it's, when you make those changes in the beginning, it's going to feel strange. But then when you also get people who help you out, you're going to see the sun shine again. And the sun shining is, of course, success, achievement, goals that you are setting and that you're going to achieve. Now, there will be a period of what the hell is going on with this Five of Swords and this Eight of Swords. But it's all part of all this process. Now I'm going to get some more cards out. Funny thing is, I usually take one more card here, and I didn't. And I don't know why. Usually I have 6 cards here, but it doesn't matter. Okay, the Three of Wands. That's also a card of success. So together with that Sun, and also here another 2 trees, you have 2, 3 cards. Page of Cups. There is also a surprise element, or with the changes you make, you're going to be surprised at how much better things are going to function, whether that's in your business, whether that's in your job, because you have some plans, but I feel that the plans, sometimes you can't plan everything, and sometimes there are some surprise moves and some surprise changes you have to make. But also sometimes when you do these changes, you will be surprised of the result that those will bring. And Yeah. So I would really consider making the changes that your gut is telling you, because it's time for something new. There is a tower here. The tower clears away old and makes way for new. And the tower can be scary, hence these two dark cards. But a tower usually always gets rid of what is no longer really useful, helpful, or necessary in your life, or doesn't belong to your soul. And I feel here in your job, in your work, also there are elements that need to change. And the tower helps you do that. Now there is some fear involved. Again, here dark cards, Five of Pentacles, dark cards. There's also some money fears that's going to pop up in that process, and that is quite normal because it is quite intense, this process and this change. But I love that that card came out. This one here. The Justice card tells me that, yeah, you're going to find harmony and balance, and also inner harmony and balance, but also you're going to balance things out. So the changes you're going to make in the end, while they may make for some really wonky energy and some energy where you think, what the hell is going on? And of course you have a tower energy as well, and that is always scary, and also financially scary because you're taking some risks here. But with the help. Now, this help can be people who actually work for you. They can be colleagues, but they can also be advisors, that give you support and advice in those changes that you're applying here. But in the end, together with this Sun, I feel this Justice and this Sun card is telling me, yes, it's going to be successful, and you're going to find more balance in your work life, in your professional life, also in your business if you have your own business. So all in all, lots of changes, but it's going to give a good end result. So whenever you feel a little bit afraid of this, go back, know that there's a sun at the end of the tunnel, yeah? Light at the end of the tunnel, but also, in this case, it's a sun, and the sun is better than just light. So don't be afraid to make the changes. Okay, let's move on. Let's have a quick look at the money situation, money and finances. I'm just pulling, 3 cards. I'm not going to linger on a lot for that. And I do money and finances now because, of course, it makes sense after career, because often our career is connected to money and finances. Not always, but sometimes it is. Mostly it is. So you get another Three of Pentacles. So I feel, yes, there is going to be like somebody helping you in that, in the money, in the finances. Maybe you get financial advice, because it feels with the changes you're doing in your job, you're also going to start, it's like you're going on a fresh path, a new journey, a new adventure with the Fool card. But it's also something that you have to do. You just have to do it, and you just have to jump into this woman is ready to fall into the water and to just let herself be pulled by the water in whatever direction. And it feels like you have to take some risks here. Maybe you need to do some investment. Maybe you have to go on the crypto market. There is some things you need to do. Now, in a way, the Ten of Cups is a good card because it's also a success card. It's also like things coming together. So financially and money-wise, there is no way, or there is no reason to be afraid, because you will find a way for your money to make more money. But it feels like there's something new you're going to try, maybe some new investments, and you need some advice on that. So do listen to the advice if you go and get a financial advisor or an accountant, or maybe even, a lawyer or a broker on the stock market, who knows. Listen to the advice and take that into consideration, because it's going to help you with this move. Okay, let's move on to your inner circle, Aries. So inner circle, I mean family, friends, nearest and dearest, those that are really belonging to you and are close to you. I'm not just talking about just anyone. Okay, so I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot here. We have the Four of Cups, Five of Swords, Nine of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and a Devil card. So what is this about? Okay, the devil means that, the devil could be that there are some people in your inner circle that are a little bit manipulative. And they sort of make, with the Five of Swords, they sort of create that energy of conflict and arguments often. And that, the Four of Cups here for me, is that gives you a headache. Those people sort of bother you. There are some people in your inner circle that really love the confusion. Because the Devil card is here as well. I feel these people, when people are manipulative, they love it when people are arguing or when they can cause arguments or conflicts or fights, because that's where they get their energy from. The saying, I don't know if the saying is in English, but you have people who are able to make 3 stones fight, or 2 stones fight. 2 stones fight. Well, they can make anybody fight. It doesn't matter, no matter how close these people are. If there is somebody like that who loves to just put their finger in the pudding and then make everybody argue, they will do that. And I feel that it's time to, and that is bothering you. It's been bothering you for a while with the Four of Cups. So you have to have a think about who that person is. I feel it's just one person. And then you have to decide, Two of Pentacles. Am I going to keep this person close, or am I going to leave this person behind the fence? Because you don't have to completely erase that person from your life, but you can keep them a little bit at a distance. You don't have to let them into your garden. You can keep them at the fence of your garden. So they are still in your life, but you can really see what they're doing. You also see that they're not to be trusted. And when you know that, they're not so much a headache anymore, because you see through them. Again, you see the truth of that person, and you can just keep that person at bay. If that person is a nearest and dearest a family member, sometimes it's difficult to cut them completely out. If they are friends, you could really cut them out completely. But with family, it's sometimes harder to do. But you can then decide to, okay, you stay there. That is your area. I'm not going to let you close to me, to my heart. I'm going to keep you there at the fence, at my gate of my garden, but not into my garden or near my house. Your house being you then, as a metaphor. Because with the Nine of Cups, I feel that you can really count on a good circle of friends, of family members, and the right ones. And that, those will be left over. And this one, really, it's time to take a stand on that person as well with this Two of Pentacles. You really need to ponder your options here. Do I really want this person to be close to me, or do I want them a little bit further away from me? I'm not going to pay them too much attention. Aries, you really have to do that, because this person is trying to create arguments, yes, with the Five of Swords, but not only do they do that with various means. They sort of bribe, they bribe people. They promise people money. They promise people, clouds that don't exist. You see that this guy handing money and ice cream. So he's bribing these people to do things they usually wouldn't do, to make them fight over something. And that's how they control. Manipulative people, if they divide, they conquer. And if they divide by giving some people something and not giving that to other people, they can really create great division, and they can really create a lot of conflict and a lot of nastiness. So really, think about who this person is, Aries, and then start to, distance yourself from that person. I'm not saying you have to just completely deny, because this could be like somebody that's really close. Could be, a brother, a sister. It could be an uncle, a father, a mother even. I mean, it could be somebody really manipulative who always just makes things go like this, up in the air and fighting. And then there is, people are hurt. So that person needs to be addressed and needs to be sort of kept at bay. Okay, that was the inner circle. Let's move on to those Aries who are single and who are looking for love. So what does love for singles look like? Okay, singles Aries. I'm immediately going to the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So somebody is showing up, somebody who has real good potential of becoming a love interest. And I feel like also that energy of yours, this is your energy in my opinion, the Queen of Pentacles. You're not needy, you're not really looking, you're not like desperately wanting somebody to find to love you or to have in your life, to have a relationship. You are solid, you are self-confident, you have a lot of self-esteem. Well, you're working on that anyway, because you know the truth about yourself. You're working on the truth about yourself. But in this respect, you know, in the relationship area, you're very self-confident and you have this charismatic, personality, and you know who you are, you know what you want in love, you know what you value. Yes. So you're not desperately looking for somebody to come in your life, but there is the possibility of, you know, somebody coming in, knight on the white horse, offering love. And then this night is sort of the beginning of the dating, and then it can turn out into the King of Cups, to a real love, to a real love relationship, to a real relationship. So this, like, you're dating, and then this becomes that. Now, I feel that it's very important for you that these people hold a sort of same values in their, that they value the same things, that they have like the same interests or similar interests. You know, you can be complementary interests as well, but you know, people who are like-minded, it's very important, because then you can sort of start to tend to the garden of love. And that is going to happen because, yeah, this dating scene becoming a real love interest, and then you start creating the relationship. The relationship needs a soil, needs to be, the seed of the relationship needs to be planted, and then it needs to be tended to, needs to be taken care of for the garden to grow. So that means, you know, going on dates, going, you know, getting to know each other, that sort of thing. Now, this Five of Cups here, I left it for last because I feel this is a past card. I feel in the past there may have been some disappointments in the relationship area, in the on the dating scene, but it's not going to deter you because you are confident. You have this charismatic outlook, and you don't have that desperate feel. And because you're not desperate, then you allow this energy of this person to come in. Yes, but there is this sort of disappointments from the past. They are, of course, part of who you are because you have experienced them. But I feel, again, you're looking at those disappointments and those hurts with a truthful eye. And you're also seeing that this does not define you. This does not define this Queen of Pentacles. I mean, those people that hurt you, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that you don't deserve love. On the contrary, you deserve that. But you're not letting that, these experiences define you. And I think that's a good thing, because sometimes we do that and then we become desperate or we become insecure. And when we're insecure, we attract the wrong people into our lives. And that's not the idea. So this is very good, Cancer. That an Aries, why am I saying Cancer? That was my other. So Aries, is good that you don't do that. So just putting that out there. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, another seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So yeah, when this person comes in, this has room to become a garden, to become a relationship, to start building on that relationship. Yes, the possibility, and that then it becomes the King of Cups, isn't it? Yes. Let's have a look. Okay, this sort of, I mean, I'm just throwing them out, but I'm going to connect this. This is, the Seven of Swords. These were those disappointments. Some people that really were nasty or were cheating on you, or they were lying to you. And that is connected with that Five of Cups, of course. And that were those disappointments. But again, you're seeing the truth of it. And you're not letting that deter you from who you are and from your self-confidence. And sometimes when that happens, when these things happen, you can feel completely lost, Five of Pentacles. That could have been an option. But I feel for you, it's like this. It's like this. What am I doing? It's not going to let that define you. You're not going to let these bad experiences, these liars and cheaters, deter you from this person coming in, or from being completely different from who you are. You're not going to do that. So let me pull one more. I don't know why I want one more, but I want one more. Okay. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So in a way, this can be either your energy or the other person's energy. But again, there's this sort of manifesting going on. A garden, again, a garden. This garden is becoming richer. You see here, you begin to tend to the garden with these two, Seven of Pentacles. But here, this garden is already much more, much more mature, much more luscious and growing and fertile. So this relationship has everything. This person who's coming in here has all the ingredients to make a relationship with. So that is a good reading for those who are single, don't you think? Okay, let's go and move on for the Aries who are already in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, who are married or, living together, and see what happens there. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Justice card. So what I feel here is that we have a Seven of Pentacles. We had that come out twice in a different deck for the single. So I feel that you are really involved in your relationship, and both partners are working and tending to the garden. That is the relationship. See, these are the roots. There is a plant growing, and the relationship is becoming bigger and more solid, and has a good foundation, has roots because, I see also here the Knight of Wands. I feel, though, that the relationship needs a little bit of more passion, so more date nights, more involvement, more adventure. I feel that there is something here, because I'm reading this Two of Swords like you feel sometimes that something is missing, but I'm not afraid for the relationship because of the solid foundation. It's just that you have to speak about it. You have to have a conversation about, you know what, I would like to do some more adventurous thing. Now, of course, in this day and age with all that's going on, sometimes it's difficult to go out, but you can try new things. You can maybe try a new hobby, go to visit museums, or do something else, go for a drive, maybe take a road trip. There is something that you feel is missing, but you have been thinking about it, but you haven't spoken about it. Now I'm reading this blindfold as if this blindfold was over the mouth, like you shut up about it. You didn't say anything about it. But I feel now, again, with this Truth card here, you can't shut up any longer. You have to say it. You just have to have the conversation and say, listen, I need a little bit more adventure. I need a little bit more passion, more fire, a little bit more experimenting, a little bit more adventure, or going on an adventure, going on a trip. Maybe even, redecorate your home if that is something that you like to do. Something needs to be done, because I think there are some things that are bothering you, but they are not major. Look at the fence. The fence of the Nine of Wands is low. It's easy to just step over it. The fire of your relationship is continuing to burn. It's not a problem, but you have to sometimes take the fence. And the fence is having that, hesitating to have that conversation. If you hesitate to speak about, what is bothering you or what is missing for you, your partner cannot know. So really don't stay silent. Speak and step over the fence and have the conversation, because that will bring, again, more balance in the relationship, more harmony, more inner peace in you as well as, part of the relationship. It will bring a little bit more solidity to the relationship, and it's going to bring the relationship to the next level as well. Now, I'm very happy that it started with the Seven of Pentacles, because for me this means there is no wonkiness, no doubting energy or desperate energy in this relationship. You can work with this. You can really talk it out. Now let's have a look. I'm going to pull a few more cards from this deck here. Yeah, the Chariot. You need to take, you need to take the initiative and have the conversation. That is a conscious choice you have to make, but that will move the relationship in a new direction, in a better direction, in a more fiery direction, and in a more harmonious justice direction. So really don't hesitate to have the conversation. Don't be afraid to have the conversation. I kept it like this. Yeah, there is some fear, of course, for you to have the conversation, because you fear with the Five of Pentacles that if you have the conversation, the relationship may end and it may not be working out anymore. But I don't see that here. Let's see what else comes out. No, and it's really time to have that conversation, because if you postpone the conversation, then it could really go wrong. Then this really could happen, that you are left alone and that the relationship falls to pieces. So really do that. I'm going to pull one more to see what else comes out. Just an extra card, really extra card. Yeah. Again, that's a Five of Cups. I feel that if you hesitate to do this, and then you have the two fives, the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, and really the relationship could end. So really have that conversation. It's so important to talk and to be open and to be truthful. Even though you may think and you may be afraid of that, showing that truth and showing that those feelings, those emotions to your partner, but that's what a relationship is about, isn't it? About being honest with each other and open with each other and transparent, because otherwise it can all go down the drain, and you don't want that. And there's no need for it to go down the drain, because there is a solid foundation, so you can have the conversation. What happens if you don't have the conversation? Then, of course, that solidity of the foundation can be watered down, and then it's much more easy for other people to come in, for other energies to come in, or for it to fall apart. So I'm going to end with 4 oracle cards. I'm going to pull them. I'm going to fast forward my pulling them. Okay, so here we go. Mountain. It's number 6. I'll bring the books in because I know this one, but I always have to go back to this one because it's a bit... Okay. Mountain. I'll hold the card in the viewfinder. So, or in my camera. Okay. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is a time to adapt. So I think this is a very good card. I mean, even obstacles that will come your way, whether it's professionally or personally or in your relationships, you have the capacity to go always through the mountain instead of over and around. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer. But why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around the mountains naturally, and you'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. So whatever you do, you can overcome it. But sometimes it will be taking one action step, sometimes it will be adapting and flowing. You have to really see the circumstances as well. So the next one is the Yang energy, and that is really an energy that really belongs to you, Aries. Yang, a fire energy, an action, also the male energy, energy of creation. I'm going to read it. I'm going to have a look whether I can find it. The face of spirit is here in this fire ball. See? So let's see. That's number one. So that's easy to find. One. Okay. So the essential meanings: the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. And this is really an Aries energy, yeah? Because Aries has that commandeering force to make things happen, to move. They want also movement. They need action. They need that fire to move and to burn. Okay, let's see. Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act. It's also the perfect time because it's the truth time. With truth, you're going to make much better actions. For you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life, and it is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. So really, it is time for some actions to be taken in your love life, in your relationships, in your family relationships, in your inner circle, in your professional life, wherever. Really, time is right now. Let's see the Spirit Animal Oracle. This is beautiful as well. Again, this is really the same as this. Overcome any obstacle. So you have the mountain and you have the rhino spirit. So again, look at the beauty of this card. So beautiful with the flowers. I really love these cards, the illustrations. Anyway, overcome any obstacle. So you have two cards that say whatever you do, whatever action you take, the moment is there. You can gain momentum. You can overcome any obstacle that crosses your way, and you can do so by being truthful, by having the right conversations, by removing the right people out of your life, bringing in the right advice and doing the right moves. It's all there for you, Aries. So great cards here. And then we have the Moonology Oracle cards, and it says a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So again, that is for those who are single. There is the possibility of new love coming in. And for those who are in a relationship, remember when I said it needs something new, it needs something fresh, and you need to have the conversation about it so that the relationship can grow deeper, and it can do. And that is a confirmation of that. So this card is hard inner work, but I mean, all the elements are there to help you with this truth in that inner work. So it's a really good reading, Aries. I really like this reading for you. Anyway, that's it. That was your sneak peek into 2022. I thank you for being here. I thank you for supporting me. I wish you all the best and all good luck and all overcoming obstacles and taking good action and beautiful things for 2022. May that all happen. I really would love if these cards would really come all true, because it would be beautiful. Now remember, the cards are guidance. They are not written in stone. They can change and shift, and that's why I do readings during the year as well, because the energy shifts. Anyway, thank you for being in my world. Thank you for subscribing. Remember, 500 subscribers, I will be going live on YouTube, maybe even on Facebook or Instagram. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Anyway, thank you for being here, and speak soon. Bye, Aries. Don't forget to put in the comments the readings you would like to see on the subjects you would like to see, yeah? Don't forget that. Okay, that's it for now. Bye, Aries. Bye.